on Sufi vibes. Today I would like to present a presentation on a different aspect of Shah Abdul Latif's poetry. And Shah Abdul Latif's poetry, as all of you know, that it offers different solutions about spiritual dimensions of human life, about mundane dimensions of human life, about intellectual, social, economic, and strategic even. So it is very comprehensive scope of Shah Abdul Latif's poetry. And today I have selected Sur Khahori, or the melody of resilient people, melody of resilience. So melody of resilience or Sur Khahori of Shah Abdul Latif Bhai, with special focus on contemporary global perspective, or with reference to contemporary global perspective, because it needs to be focused on to think it over, that what is going on throughout the globe and how Shah Abdul Latif Bhai, Rahmatullah Alayhi, Shah Abdul Latif Bhai offers solutions for it. So I would like to share my opinion on those couplets which focus on different crises of the globe. Shah Abdul Latif has rightly said that Oryan Yanin Medo Molam Khabarum Sata Sudanadin Ditewa Vinda Kare. He says that the traditional thinkers, intellectuals, or teachers bring the news and information from nearby places. They are not giving the information or awakening about those places where the flow of the river is making drilling throughout the bodies, because it is very far away from the safer places. It is very much dangerous place from where the true information and true news and knowledge comes out. So Oryan Yanin made Obolam Khabarum Sata Sudanandin Jiteva Vinda Kare. Lutana Kutro Luthie, Jeke Lutu Kare. Those who are collecting the luth, collecting the natural gifts, there is no scanty for them. They are bringing the symbols of universe from nearby places. They are mentioning far away from those places the tale of the beloved or story of the beloved. That is the real story. If anyone searches or seeking for luth or for those natural gifts, then it is very much uphill task to explore the mountain. Chapar keen ande sokudyo sutan ke. Range will not offer those gifts to those people who are sleeping down. So in this way, Shah Abdul Latif focuses on different situations in Sur Khahori, because Sur Khahori is the sur of resilience, and it offers many solutions to the present day crisis. And the historical background of Shah Abdul Latif's poetry is that Shah Abdul Latif belongs to Sindh, and he has composed his poetry in Sindhi language. However, he has produced international thought or global thought in his poetry, and he was born in 1689 and he left this world in 1752. It was era of Kaloda's period, And during that period, there was great crisis throughout the Sindh, as there is crisis throughout the globe in these days. So Khahori depicts the life of Khahoris. I would like to explain the word Khahori in next slides. So it is about life of Khahoris. The sur transforms physical hardships into a metaphor or a spiritual or intellectual awakening. It teaches discipline, endurance, and search for truth. That three themes are focused in Sur Khawdi. Historical background of this sur is it was composed during 18th century, period marked by political instability throughout not only Sindh but throughout subcontinent. It was decline of Mughal authority in subcontinent, rise of material and political conflicts. Shah Abdul Latif Bhittai advocates inner reform instead of worldly power. Meaning of Khawdi. The editors, learned editors and scholars who have worked on this sur and have rightly mentioned meaning of the Khawdis. Some has said that those people who are yogis, who are seekers, and some have mentioned it as snake charmers. However, Madam Amina Khamisani has mentioned in his translation of the Risalo, those ascetics, quote, those ascetics who wander about in mountains and in wastelands searching for a kind of wild fruit which they collect and which is their means of subsistence. However, it is not fruit. Those fruits contains different things. They consist of fruit, consists of leaves, consists of pods, and consists of flowers. So some have said that a spiritual traveler, ascetic, seeker of truth, person detached from worldly luxury, symbol of continuous struggle. However, as my opinion concerns, I would like to focus on root of the word Khawdi. Khawdi is derived from word Kha. Kha is means to behave in opposition, to behave in opposition, or to behave retrospectively, or to behave as an antagonist. So Khawdis were those people who were facing antagonistically the whims of the forces of the nature. They were facing the hardships of hard climate. They were facing even the coldest climate of the mountains, and they were facing the danger of all ferocious animals living in the mountain range. Despite all of those dangers, they were chasing their journey and following their path without any interval. And they were chasing continuously that thing against all of the whims and whips of the forces of nature. Khawdis were the people, and Khawdis are the people who are working beyond the time bound or space bound considerations and climate bound considerations or weather bound considerations. They were thinking about beyond all of those considerations. They limit the human movement, because when there is hot weather, you cannot move. When there is cold weather, you cannot move. If there are ferocious animals, you are not moving. However, if you are searching the natural gifts, because truth is symbolical in this Surkhawdi, then that is the only uh, spur to move them on and on. So those were the Khahoris. And Shah Abdul Latif Bhittai presents Khahori as an intellectual ideal of an intellectual and spiritual resilience, because without resilience, without intellectual depth, you cannot face and address the problems and issues of the contemporary societies. Who are the Khahori? Shah Abdul Latif himself has defined Khahoris. His famous couplet from Sur Khahori is Suka Sanda Kachan me Karkana Pere Timande Nene Anke Khahori Gadya. Suka Sanda Kachan me. They have dried water bags in their armpits, in their arms, and they have wooden slippers in their feet, and their eyes are weeping, they are shedding tears. Have you seen such people? They are Khahori. Then the second bait is Pura Pere Purana Khetra Sukha Mo Sandan. They have the old slippers of wooden made in their feet, and their water bags have been dried up. Saju Dore Aya Sua Jit Munjan. They have searched and explored that land where the guided people even are beloved. Guja Guju Kan Teha Pare Pandaju. They are telling the secrecies of that secret land beyond all of these lands. Mukhauri Lakhya Suman Keen Pai. I noticed Khahori, and they are not sleeping at all. Samar Kyau Sunanjo Dore Duthlai. They take the baggage of desertedness with them, and they have searched the natural gifts. Vyatit Vahi Jitnayatnayaka. They went there where there is no limitation, there is no end at all. Dutu Ganaikan in Orae Pandajo. Sanda Khahori Pare Sujan Pechra. Many people are working on it. They are collecting the natural gifts. But Khahoris go beyond all of those people, so they are Khahori. And Khahoris go beyond the common people, are people who are in the market and working throughout the market and following the market forces. Khahori is working beyond those market forces and market people. Themes and style of this sur is central theme is spiritual and intellectual struggle, self purification, detachment from materialism, patience, divine love, moral courage, human dignity. And literary style is symbolism, metaphor, indigenous Sindhi vocabulary, mystical imagery, musical rhythm, oral poetic tradition, philosophical simplicity. Symbolism and imagery of the this sur of Sur Khahori. Desert has been used for spiritual emptiness, journey, self-discovery, hunger, purification, pain, transformation, mountain, perseverance, path, spiritual discipline. Imagery, Latif creates very beautiful and heart-touching images through barren landscapes, wandering ascetics, difficult paths, sleepless nights, physical suffering. These external realities symbolize inner spiritual experience and sustainability. Language used in this sur is very concise, symbolic, musical, highly metaphorical, rooted in folk speech, accessible yet philosophically it is very much profound. And literary importance of this sur is great because Sur Khahori demonstrates allegorical narrative, symbolical realism, mystical lyricism, ethical philosophy, folk aesthetics. Its literary richness places it among the world's great mystical poetry traditions. And the place selected by the Khahori as their headquarters where they can think it over on the things where they can do brainstorming and where they can plan and strategize the things. It was very much good place for them, and that was Ganjo. Here, the Ganjo is not only name of the mountain. The Ganjo is a symbol for Khahori's, and that symbol is for a conducive place, place of peace, place of security, and place of arising, awakening very much thoughts in human mind. And for it, Shah Abdul Latif has rightly mentioned many couplets with the name of Ganjo. Ganje dungar gam jo pyo jin paro chade khet kharo loche lauti. Those who knew the Ganjo dungar, who knew the Ganjo mountain, they left their fields, they left their granaries, and they went there. Ganje dungar gam ji pei jin parak. Those who have recognized the Ganjo mountain, Vanche sab varak kaloche lauti thya. They they have gone through all of the leaves of the book and they went there to the Ganjo. Ganje dungar gamadi pei jin pani. Those who were going to the Ganjo and on paths, they have had the dust of the Ganjo in their nostrils. Chade ninda gani loche lauti thya. They left the sleep, they left the slumber, and they went to the Ganjo. Ganje dungar gamadi pei jini bas. Those who have smelt of Ganjo, chade sab libas loche lauti thya. They left all of the dresses and they went there. Pei jani suddh ganje dungar gamadi. Those who knew the Ganjo dungar gam, Ganjo mountain, we sab chade buddh loche lauti thya. They left all of the understandings and they went to the Ganjo. Ganje dungar gamadi pe jan parud chade sab zarur loche lauti thya. Those who perceived the Ganjo, then they left all of the necessities and obligations and they settled there at the Ganjo for their great cause to bring out this world from all of those difficulties. And it also reflects the Sufi philosophy. And in Sufi philosophy, Shah Abdul Latif in this melody says, I have seen those people who have seen the beloved, and there must be remained with them for a night at their places. Their recognition, their understanding may lead us and bring us to the brink of the sea. Khahori khafi se soje lado subhan. The Khahori people have searched Almighty Allah secretly. Ashked yakhare langya la makan. Those were the lovers and they passed through the La Makan or non-space with those words. Hu mein garji hu tha babu se biryan. They were absorbed into him and they were burnt away. Saboi subhan ayo nazar unje. They saw everywhere the glorious God and they saw that now they were Khahoris. Because Sufi philosophy offers fana, tawakkal, sabr, fana or annihilation of ego, tawakkal or trust in God, sabr or patience, zod or asceticism, ishq or divine love, and in this way Khahori becomes the model of the perfect seeker. And now the contemporary global perspective, and for it I would like to recite a couplet of Shah Abdul Latif. Alam aun san bharyo to bher kare. Alam aun san bharyo to bher kare. Pan aaye jaan bandi mand bakhedio. This universe whole is oozing out with eye. However, none knows who have set this whole stage. None knows it. Our society or this present day words of market of free market is the society or world of consumerism. There are only two relations. One is producer and the other is consumer, and there is no third relation or third party. In that consumerism promotes endless consumption, luxury, competition, and Khahori teaches simplicity, meditation, meaningful living. And in this regard, I would like to mention a few couplets from Sir Khahori. Dev deai na jite per na pakhya. Where there is no space, where there is no footprint of birds, tite Khahoriyan varadai van chundya. And Khahoris have collected those natural gifts there. Khananna khirkaan pand paraye alya. They are not taking with feet slippers with them, and they went far away distances. Ruthira Duttake Jumbyada Japan. Those Luthi went to the far off places like Japan, Khahori and Onyan, Anganasaji Agadi. And symbol of the Khahoris are that they have no complete dresses or new dresses. They are in rags. Sukhana Suta Kane, Karkana Lahe. They have never slept. They never slept. By putting off their wooden slippers, Hosiedo Aye, Khahorin ke Pandajo, always they are anxious about the continuous journey. That journey is the journey of life. So this world is of consumerism, and consumerism promotes to consume highly, and consequently natural resources are being consumed day by day, and we are facing dearth of those resources, and it is creating many crises throughout the world. So, Khahori's message directly challenges the global consumer culture. Then, the second big crisis is mental health crisis. Modern society faces anxiety everywhere. Those people who are declaring that we are so-called developed nations, they have countless cases of anxiety, loneliness, depression, and burnout. Shah Latif proposes inner peace, spiritual discipline, silence, and self-awareness. And for this, I would like again to recite a few couplets from Sir Khahori. Kuperiye mein per kini pato periye. Those people who, only a few people who went there where there were none goes before. Jya munjan manwe sajan tya ser, where people are being diverted and bluffed, they are going there. In a bhusando bear, kode manja kolai. In that place or that space, only one knows from crores of people. Sajar Sandra, Khahori Khani. Khahodis have grinded their loins because they have to continue their continuous journey. During them and Lungare, Panukyam Pani, when they were searching and seeking throughout the mountains, they make themselves the dust. Now they were nothing and they were stable from anything. Lukhandi Luhani Chiladao Chapare. They thrown their bodies to the sufferings and at last they found out the end of the ranges. Then there is environmental crisis. Khahori lives in consonance and harmony with the nature. Connections with sustainable living, ecological consciousness, minimal consumption, respect for creation. Latif's philosophy aligned with modern environmental ethics. Shah Abdul Latif has discussed those ethics 400 years ago. The world is thinking on it in these days to address all of the issues related to the ecological and environmental crisis. Then we are living in so-called artificial intelligence era. However, it is not artificial intelligence, it is copied intelligence. Today, information is abundant. However, wisdom is scarce. Khahori reminds humanity that knowledge without intellectual and spiritual insight cannot produce wisdom. This distinction is increasingly important in the age of AI because AI is replacing to the agency of human being. Previously, none has replaced human agency. All were the tools in the hand of human being for working on vast scale. Now the AI is replacing human being. So it poses and creates great threat and challenge for even human being himself. Global conflicts range from wars, polarization, intolerance, identity conflicts. However, Latif says and advocates for compassion, for humility, for universal humanity. His poetry offers an ethical alternative to violence because we are facing violence, we are facing terror, we are facing extremism, and that extremism is because of economic extremism, and all of the other extremisms are manifested from financial extremism. Identity crisis in the world because we are facing and struggling with fragmented identities. We are struggling with social media pressures. We are struggling with consumer identity. And Khahori teaches true identity comes through inner realization rather than external recognition. Leadership lessons also mentioned in the Khahori, and Khahori teaches us humility, integrity, sacrifice, service. These qualities are essential for ethical governance, responsible leadership, public service. And we are facing dearth in all of three disciplines. There is no working on ethical governance. Only everyone is focusing on good governance. What do you mean by good governance? If that good governance is only aims to rule the masses, then it will not be good governance. It will be good governance for oligarchy. It will not be good governance for human being, for masses. So governance should be for masses. And Khahori is also focusing on research and learning. Shah Abdul Latif says, it means you make your mind empty from already filled in thoughts. Maung bai dei lahe kushti kamai. You may move without your available resources are arms. Haj athan de nati sa tonto ti kare. Tango ne atare, sandane asare, jangun re chale. Hakkal hakikat di bodo thi budhe. You may listen the cry of shout of reality as a dumb leaf. Andoti pasaj mushahid mahbub. You may perceive the observance of beloved as a blind without eyes. And if we are making comparison of world with world literature, then we can say that spiritual journey has been discussed by T.S. Eliot. Also, simplicity, as Shah has described in this Henry David Thoreau, and Rumi has focused on inner struggle. Carl Jung focused on self-knowledge, and existential search has been focused by Viktor Frankl. So in this way forward, which is being proposed by Shah Abdul Latif through the Sur Khahori, that Dungar Tadothi, Dungar Sunyu Dothinde. If there are the Khaoris or Dothi or collectors of those natural gifts, then there will be mountain meaningful. Without Dothi, without Khawdi, without people, Dungar is meaningless. There is no meaning to the mountain. So is the world. If there will be artificial intelligence, there will be robots. This world will not be more meaningful. It will be meaningless. It will be world of robots, robotics, not of the people. So please focus on the world of the people, for the people, by the people, as it is naturally destined and established. And AI or such type of things will not give meaning to this globe or any other place of the remaining world. So Shah Latif moves one step further and says, propose that Jangal Alya Sena Bule Ara Alya Purjan, those people who are passing through woods, they are not being diverted. Only those are being snatched things which are on going to the said path. Avjar Sena Pavan, Jini Bei Chaliu. Those may not be beloved, those may not be diverted, those may not be lost in the woods. Those who left both the above mentioned paths, and if they are leaving the both the ways, then where they are moving to, what is option for them? Option for them or option for this whole world is to make a new way for them, for the prosperity of the world, for the peace of the world, for the security of the world, for the well-being of the human being, as well for entire universe and nature. So this is the thesis of Shah Abdul Latif Bhitai for the salvation of modern societies coming out of the crisis. So Khahori remains remarkably relevant because it teaches resilience, simplicity, self-discipline, ethical living, spiritual intelligence, hope amid crisis. In an era dominated by materialism, technological acceleration, and global uncertainty, Shah Abdul Latif's vision offers a timeless framework for personal transformation and collective human flourishing. That is the message of Sur Khahori, and Sur Khahori always teaches us that we may move on and on, but all our development and advancements must focus the benefit of this world for the well-being of the human being and other creatures on this globe and the whole nature. Thank you very much. You have watched me and kindly share your views in this regard. Thank you very much.